Hi there, it's Lisa, Belachi St. Remain here on our fourth Sunday of Lent, Cycle B. And our first reading is from the second book of Chronicles. You're going to have to say that I want you to say that looking at the people, okay? And then quite a pause there because Chronicles, what is that? Chronicles is not a word that is expected. So let it be, okay? And then you start. And I will tell you that we've got a kind of a flow going on here, right? It's this first the story of the infidelity, and then of God trying to call the people back, and then you know what? Done. I'm done. And then there goes the temple in Jerusalem, the Babylonian captivity, and 70 years gone, and then Cyrus comes in, and now we're back up again, and it ends on a very strong and happy note. So gonna be many different voice changes going on as you do this reading. So in those days, all the princes of Judah, the priests, and the people added infidelity to infidelity. So stacking one upon the other, and I'm saying those words very slowly, right? Practicing all, stretch out the word, all the abominations of the nations, and polluting the Lord's temple, which he had consecrated in Jerusalem. So let that image, polluting, come into your mind, and say that word strongly and stretched out so that that makes an image in your listeners. Okay, so here's this coming from their commitment to God going to false gods. All right. Early and often did the Lord, the God of their fathers, send his messengers to them, for he had compassion on his people and his dwelling place. So that right there is God's trying to reach them. Let's stop this flow, right? That would be if you could imagine correcting somebody that, for instance, a kid or a pet is starting to run into the street, and you go after it and you call them back, and then they do it, and then you quick. So early and often did the Lord send his messengers because he had compassion. But they mocked the messengers of God. Take that slowly. Mocked the messengers. Despised his warnings. What is your expression on your face going to do with despised his warnings and scoffed at his prophets? Until the anger of the Lord against his people was so inflamed that there was no remedy. I slowed that one down as well. So now what happens? Pause it. Their enemies burnt the house of God, tore down the walls of Jerusalem, set all its palaces afire. So I am taking each one of these and pausing after each one and making eye contact with each one, and destroyed all its precious objects. And I'm holding eye contact as I say all these words, okay? Those who escaped the sword, so if you didn't die on the spot, were carried captive to Babylon, where they became servants of the king of the Chaldeans and his sons, until, here's the upward trend starting, until, so pause there and change your voice, until the kingdom of the Persians came to power. Okay, things are changing now, and that's the end of the Babylonian Empire, right? All this was to fulfill the word of the Lord spoken to Jeremiah. Here comes the quote. Until the land has retrieved its lost Sabbaths, the people disobeying God, right? dismissing the Sabbath. During all the time it lies waste, it shall have rest while the 70 years are fulfilled. So there's not a comma here. During all the time it lies waste, comma. I did that pause with my voice, right? It shall have rest until the 70 years are fulfilled. So there's a much softer voice happening right now. And now is the fun part coming up. Now is the redemption coming up. In the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, in order to fulfill the word of the Lord spoken by Jeremiah, the Lord inspired King Cyrus of Persia to issue this proclamation throughout his kingdom, both by word of mouth and in writing. That's pretty impressive. Okay, in writing, just in case you were wondering, pretty impressive. Thus says Cyrus, king of Persia, all the kingdoms of the earth, the Lord, the God of heaven, has given me. Now, he's not bragging. He's saying a fact, okay? And he has also charged me to build him a house in Jerusalem, which is in Judah. That's where it was. Whoever, therefore, among you belongs to any part of his people, let him go up, and may his God be with him. There we go. Cyrus is saying, go back to your home. Go, all you Israelites, okay? And may his God be with him is a very happy line, and you're smiling at the end because that's what we're wishing. Long pause. The word of the Lord, just as happy and as strong as your last line. Okay. Practice reading aloud at least 5 times. All right. God be with you.